Alright guys, welcome back to the Hearts Grey Mode here on Football Manager 2018. We've played no games since the last episode, but there has been an important game played in the league. It was Celtic, and they have won it, so they can see Celtic now. We'll have a look at their, it was 3-0 away to Ross County, and that win now puts them onto the joint points as us. You can also see Rangers on 50 points as well, albeit they have played a game more. But as it stands, we're currently on the same points as Celtic, same games played as Celtic, but Celtic lead due to goal difference, and a 3-0 win against Ross County is another result which bangs them up a few goals and puts them further ahead of us in the goal difference category. They're now +6 in front of us, so in terms of, I don't know man, it's looking difficult. Winning the league this season was never really the objective. We did amazing last year, finishing second and winning the Scottish Cup. If we could just, I think, finish second again, then that would be another great season for us, because Rangers have definitely improved this season. We knew they were going to. Rangers are going to improve every single season. It's just the way it is with the money they've got, and they're just going to get stronger and stronger, so it's going to be harder to keep them behind us. And I just feel if we could finish second again this season, it would be a great result for us. I don't like to put the pressure on trying to win the league. That's not the aim here. Just finish second again, get into the Europa League. We've moved up the coefficient. Hopefully we'll get a better draw this time, and we won't be drawn against, French team Nice, who were very good and, to be honest, a couple of levels above us. So, I mean, if we could finish second, get into the Europa League, that would be the goal. But we're in the title race. There's no denying it. I just think we're massively, underdogs for it. And obviously that is the case now. We're no longer in front. We're no longer in pole position. That is now Celtic. And through no fault of our own, we kept winning. The only difference was Celtic won their games in hand. They finally caught up. They finally played them. And now they are in, first and we're not. So it is what it is. But we can go first again. We can go a further 3 points in front if we defeat Aberdeen. Hopefully we can do that today. We're only at 64 favourites, which I think's kind of strange. I thought we'd have been massively more favourite than that to win this tie, but apparently not. Could be due to some injuries and suspensions. Obviously with Gallagher out, Cochrane's out with an injury as well, and John Souttar is suspended for this match, which is not good. So I'm going to go ahead here, make whatever changes I have to, and then we'll get stuck into the game. It is at Tynecastle. We haven't lost at Tynecastle, and if we keep that record going, we will move back to the top of the Scottish Premiership. Alright, so there is the lineup we've decided to go with. Obviously, we have Hamilton coming back in, replacing McLaughlin in nets, Mitchell, Berra, Aaron Hughes coming in for a rare appearance this season, Keown as the right back, Nowak and Shum back in the centre midfield, the familiar attacking midfield trio of Broadhead, Walker and Windass, then obviously Ismail Goncalves up front. But don't get me wrong, some players like Quintongo played fantastic when we gave them the opportunity in the Cup, but I mean, we've been that consistent this season, I can't really make any full changes, I don't think, to the lineup. So, more or less going with the strongest team I think we have available. Hopefully it gets the job done. Aberdeen have got Lewis, Considine, McKenna, O'Connor, Logan, Tansey, Shinnie, Mackay, Stevens, McLean, Lennon and Rooney. So, again, they're fielding a strong team as well. Could be a very close game. Hopefully we can just go out and get the win there. When we can, we can potentially move into a qualification spot here. So I'm guessing that means that top of the league, because we're already in a qualification spot, and hopefully that's what they want to hear as we come out at Tynecastle. Aberdeen not doing that well in the league. We'll have a look and see where Aberdeen actually are, but they're not where they want to be. Well, they've moved up into 4th. Hibs started the season really well, but they seem to be on a downward spiral at the moment. They are slipping further and further down the table, and Aberdeen seem to have improved. They were lingering like middle of the table, and now they seem to be making a push towards the top. And whether I don't think the top 3 I think are untouchable at this stage. I don't see anybody coming up and challenging us, but Aberdeen probably would settle for 4th considering how average the start to the season was. Broadhead, what can he do? He's found Ismail. Oh no, he's missed it, but Windass doesn't miss it. Windass back post. Hearts 1-0 up already in the opening 10 minutes. That's what we like to see. Josh Windass celebrating there with the fans, and mistake I think for Aberdeen. Should have defended that a lot better. They didn't though, and I won't complain because it gives us the lead. Keown with the free kick to Walker. What can Walker? Ismail Turns and shot. What the fucking goal? What a goal. No way. Jesus, I just offered Ismail a new contract. I'm trying to pin him down at the club for another couple of years, and what a goal. I mean, I cannot believe there's been no bids for other clubs to try and get him, because he's been absolutely fantastic. And he just keeps scoring for fun. Oh no, he's picked up a knock. Alright, we're going to take him off straight away. I don't want to risk a long-term injury to Ismail, but that is definitely not what I wanted to hear. We'll bring on Lafferty, or do we bring on Noxie and give Noxie a chance? Ismail's had a knock. Now we're going to bring on Knox. I think we will. We're going to bring on Knox and play him as a... Well, we can't really play him as a striker, so maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just bring on... I think fuck it, we're going to bring on Lafferty, screw it. There you go, bring on Lafferty and play him as the target man, and we'll see what happens. Right, man, my dog's been ejected from the arena. It was pissing me off. Fucking, this is an important match here in the league, and he's trying to cost me it. What's Austin McPhee? Ah, shit, with an injury to Keown as well. Holy shit. How the fuck's that happened so quickly? Could bring on Michael Smith. Yeah, we're going to have to do it, man, but that's not a good sign, is it? We've had to make 2 substitutions already. And if Keown is injured, we've already loaned out Jamie Brandon. And if that is going to be a long-term injury, then it looks like Michael Smith will have to stay. So maybe it was a good thing that we didn't really get much offers in for Michael Smith. We did have one offer, but it was only for 10k. And I just wasn't willing to sell him for 10k. I know he's not going to get loads for him, but I thought 10k was a bit of a piss take. I mean, he's valued at 24. Why can't they pay at 24? And Adam Rooney gets 1 goal back. It's Hearts 2, Aberdeen 1, and I just hope that these injuries and having to make these early substitutions don't come back to haunt us, because we started so well, but Aberdeen now find themselves back in the game with a chance. Kenny McLean assist, Adam Rooney goal, and now it's 2-1 Broadhead. Nice pass there to Walker in the middle. Walker going on his own, cannot fucking find the shot that he needs, so and it's wide. Walker just... I don't know, we could sell Walker. He's valued at over 6 million, but he's not playing like a £6 million player. McLean. It to McKenna. What can McKenna do? McKenna looking for... He's going the wrong way. It's not the way you want him to go. McLean to O'Connor. They got the centre backs up, but they didn't cross it in for whatever reason. Lennon crosses it in. Nowak with the header away. Mackay-Stevens there once again. McLean. Out to Mackay-Stevens. He finds the cross, it's headed away again, it falls to Shinnie, edge of the ball. Lennon's offside, shoot, off the post. It looked like Lennon was offside to me, the linesman didn't give it, and Aberdeen missing a great opportunity there to get level in the match. Thank God for our sake, they didn't take it. Tansey plays it to Mackay-Stevens, he takes a shot, and it's a great save for Hamilton. Holy shit, it's all Aberdeen at the moment. And it looks like the substitutions we've made have definitely unbalanced this. Aberdeen are by far the better team at this stage of the game. O'Connor out to Mackay-Stevens, and at the moment I'm just worried. I want to see how bad these injuries are going to be, especially the injury to Ismail. I know it was only a knock, but you never know. They said about Harry Cochrane, it was only a knock, and it's a goal, it's an equaliser. Adam Rooney getting his 2nd goal of the game, and we went from a commanding 2-0 lead to a 2-2 draw. We're at home, and you know, we're actually at risk here of losing our first home match of the season. Need to get the lads in at half time, and I don't know, we have to give them a team talk. This is not good enough. I cannot believe we've surrendered a 2-goal lead here. And Aberdeen look like the team scoring. They look like they're going to get the next goal. Yeah, you can see they definitely came back into that more. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, going to be angry, going to be aggressive. I'm far from pleased with what I just seen. Everyone seems to have reacted well to the comments, apart from Shahum. So that'll be interesting to see how we perform now in the second half. But whether we'll make any changes just yet, I don't know. We can't really make any personnel changes. We've only got 1 player left to sub on. I'm thinking more tactics-wise. Again, I like the undefeated thing we've got going at home, but do I want to keep that intact if it means it doesn't push for the winner? I don't know. I think I'd rather push for the 3 points here and lose it, or do we just, maybe accept that a draw here would actually be a decent result? It would take us to the top of the league, but it would give Celtic a chance to go 2 points clear with their game in hand. So it's a very difficult situation we're in at the moment. Do we settle for what we've got, or do we go a bit defensive? I don't really know. I'm going to shout some, I don't know, push forward, something, demand more. And oh my god, Jamie Walker now. We've played a lot of games recently. I know players, the fitness levels are struggling at the moment, but it seems like there's just picking up knocks and injuries left, right and centre. We're going to bring on Knox. He's going to replace Walker for the last 22 minutes of this game. We'll see what happens now. It looks like in the second half we have responded well. We appear to have had some chances, some shots. And now Aaron Hughes is injured. And I've just subbed on Knox. And it doesn't look... Oh, what the fuck is happening here, man? How the hell have we got 4 injured players? And I've just used my last substitution on... Oh my god. That means we're down to 10 men. This is fucking insane, right? I'm going to have to go with this formation. It helped us last time. And we'll just go with the one up front. Broadhead's not played well today. I don't even know if we have the kind of players to fucking do this formation though. I'm looking at Hughes. So Hughes is going to go up here. Can we play Shahum as a centre back? Could we play Smith as a centre back even, and then with Smith, play him there, and then I don't know what we're looking at here. Perhaps I just don't. Oh nah, man, we're fucked. I don't think we can go that formation. We don't really suit it. Oh, this is just not happening, is it, man? Fuck. This is shit. This is fucking dog shit here. What's this formation? Game don't really suit that either. We'll move Lafferty. I don't know, man. Knox can do a deep playmaker role, I guess. We're gonna go defensive, I think. And we'll go structured. I mean, I know this is very I know it's... I'm raging, man. I can't believe that. I mean, we were the better team. We were on the up in the second half, and that injury just came back and fucked us over. So, Aberdeen making a substitution. Liam Henderson coming on for Tansy. But I'm not happy with how this has went. Kyle Lafferty's playing on a 6.2, which is fucking shocking from him. And we've got a highlight. I don't believe it. Could we get a goal here? Lafferty to Windass. What can Windass do? He finds Matthew Knox to Shahum. Lafferty's in the middle of the box, waiting for some sort of pass in. Broadhead to Knox, and we're just being pushed back. Cannot seem to force anything up top. Broadhead, his cross is taking a deflection. Knoxy picks it back up. Knoxy tries to find Lafferty. It's cleared to Windass. Windass back in. Lafferty's going to win that. Controls it. Into Shahum. Oh, Arnold Shahum, what a goal. I don't know how we've done it, man. We're under the cosh. We're down to 10 men. We're by no fault of our own. We went to some weird fucking formation. Everyone's playing out of position, but somehow, I don't know, man, somehow that's got us a goal, and we're on defensive. We're just going to go contain now, highly structured, and we're not even going to play Lafferty up front. Lafferty's going to play there now. And we will... Yeah, I know this is like... probably don't want to see this, but I think we have to go for this, so there we go. It's like a Christmas tree formation. We're offering absolutely fuck all up front, but we're not trying to. We're just trying to, hold on, see out the last remaining couple of minutes, and claim what would be a very important win here. Are you joking me? 5 minutes added on time. Like, 2 of them's gone. We just need to hold on now for just another minute. And I think we've done it. I don't think Aberdeen have been able... Oh, no. Corner comes in. It's away. Surely it's going to be Smith. If the referee doesn't blow the whistle, it could be 4-2, but he does blow the whistle. And somehow, we've won this game 3 goals to 2 now. Going into half time, I thought we were beat. It looked like it was all one way traffic. It was all Aberdeen. And then we started the second half the better. I thought things were looking good. And then the next thing you know, we're down to 10 men due to an injury. And I'm thinking that's us, we're beat now. So I go to a formation that I believe's got no chance of offering us a goal. I just thought if it stops them from scoring and we get away with a point, we keep our, undefeated streak at Tynecastle going, then it's a positive. But somehow we end up coming away with a win. I don't know, that's absolutely fantastic. I do not believe it, guys. 3 goals to 2, and you can see that puts us back top of the Premier League with a 3-point gap over Celtic, man. Absolutely fantastic. We will be heading into the transfer. Let's see what the injuries are looking like though. So, oh my god, Aaron Hughes, broken collarbone. He's going to be out for more or less the rest of the season. Keown, out for 4 weeks. That's in a month, man. That's not good. Obviously, it's a month, and I'm not saying you're stupid. I just don't know why I said that. Aaron Hughes is now 1 appearance away from making 5 league appearances, which will trigger a contract clause. Well, I don't know if he'll play another game, actually, to be honest, with the injuries. So, the injuries are beginning to pile up for us at the moment. And it's not good. If you look at the current injuries, we've got 4. Aaron Hughes, Keown, Cochrane and Tony Gallagher. Not good. Many injuries. Who's had the most injuries this season? Jamie Walker. He had 10 last season and 3 this season. That's insane. So it's like Walker and Lafferty very easily injured. Aaron Hughes is missing 55% this season so far. Lafferty's missed 28. Cowy's missed 22. Mental stuff. Next up we have Partick Thistle, but we won't be playing that. We will be doing we'll be doing the transfer deadline day. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause it here, advance a few more days, participate in the transfer deadline day, and see what happens. Well, we need to bring in a couple of replacements now. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but we might have to bring that centre back in sooner or later because we just don't have a lot of cover. And yeah, that's what we may have to do. Simic will be going back on loan soon. Aaron Hughes might not pick another season to play on. If that's the case, then we really only have Suter and Christophe Berra. Alright, well here we go. Transfer deadline day, man. Massive 24 hours for us here. Well, I think it's 18 hours, but all the same. Will there be players leaving the club? Will there be players coming into the club? I hope so. Christian Nowak's had a loan offer rejected. Yeah, we're not interested in loaning Christian Nowak, the valuable player in the first team, and I just don't think he'll be going anywhere. Let's have a look at the shortlist. Some players that we have looked at, and we'll see if any of these people are possible to bring in. So obviously Callum Smith looks to be a very young, promising player. You see, it'd be that attacking role. He's 19 years old. He's won 321 caps. We're looking at this guy. He appears to be wanted at the moment from Sunderland. Would be a quality signing, apparently, according to the scouts. I think we need to go and try and make a bid for this guy. I know we don't necessarily need a striker at the moment, but I do think that we could try and get this guy and then maybe loan him back out. I don't know, we're just trying to... where is it? Player to exchange. How do you loan someone back out? Loan back length 6 months. How about that? We'll see if they are happy with that. No, they won't. Oh fuck, we ain't offer. No way, they want 40% a profit from next sale. Not a fucking chance, man. Should I maybe said that wasn't part of the deal, but I mean, there's just, look at that, man. 4.1 million for Greg Docherty? Are you shitting me? There's no way we'd pay that. Not that we were really wanting Greg Docherty, but if we were going to try and get him, which he looks like he would be a decent signing, to be honest. There's just no way I'd pay that. How much do they want? Yeah, they want 6.5 now. That's fucking insane. Insane amount of money. Murray Wallace, a player that we were looking at. You can see here, he is currently wanted as well by QPR. He would be a good signing. He's only valued at 325k. So I think we might go ahead here and make a deal for Murray Wallace. Like I said, we do need to bring in another striker. I mean, another centre back. So let's see if we can make this deal happen. Scunthorpe feel the offer from Murray Wallace is acceptable. So there you go. The deal's happened there. We'll just have to see if we can get him a contract and see if he will sign it. And hopefully... Oh, what? Nincham's left? Or is he just on loan? I'm surprised Celtic have loaned him out. To be honest, I thought he'd have been a key player for them. Maybe they just didn't figure he'd get much game time. I don't quite know why, but I know I find that a strange one. What about Christopher Zimmerman? He's another good defender that we could like to bring on loan, or even sign him, but he's worth 15k a week, so we cannot afford that. Charlie Mulgrew, another player that we could get on wages. I mean, another player that we could afford transfer-wise, but we just could never afford his wages. I'm trying to look here at the young Jack Hendry. Looks to be a pretty promising young player as well. Centre back would be a good signing. Yeah, you can. I don't know. We'll see if we can bring in Jack Hendry. Okay, we'll go in. We'll make a wee offer, and we'll see what happens. Say we'll not be stingy. We'll go 120, and look at that. I mean, they really think we're going to pay that amount? That's fucking ridiculous. Right, Daniel Ambro. A lot of people wanted me to sign this guy. Said he was good. He does look pretty good. Apparently, I don't know, it wouldn't be a good signing, but he does look pretty good to me, so I'm not quite sure why that's the case. Who knows, we'll see if we can get him for 120k. 4.4 million, that's just never happening. I don't understand why these clubs are wanting this outrageous amount of money when we're just never going to pay it. I was also looking at Jordan Rossiter, perhaps he's a player that we could bring in. But again, would Rangers be willing to sell? No, they want 9 point. I mean, I don't get it, guys. Can you just explain to me why they want that amount of money? I think it's fucking shocking. There's no way I'm paying that. So at the moment, we're just going to have to settle for Murray Wallace. We'll put that transfer in. We'll see what happens. But there's no way I'm paying millions for players that are not worth millions. Hearts, Wallace is accepted. And now we need to see if we can negotiate a contract. Jesus Christ! Apparently our wage bill's out, so we can't even. Most we can afford to offer him 600, and I'm not going to do that, guys, because I know I'm not going to insult the guy. I know he's going to reject that, but yeah, it just looks due to our finances at the moment. We're not going to be able to bring in any players, which fucking sucks. You can see our wage budget is currently we're over, so we're 1.27 over. We have 514k transfer budget. We can't really switch it because we need that to pay for Murray Wallace, so I don't know, man. It doesn't look good, does it? We need at least 400 to pay for the guy, so apparently that, but then again, it only gives us a little bit extra to make the deal happen. It's just not going to work, is it, really? Nah, it's not, so it doesn't look like we're going to be bringing in anybody this transfer window, unless some players leave, which could happen, of course, but it doesn't look like it. We're not getting any offers in at the moment. I guess we could go and maybe offer a few players out. It says Michael Smith leaving Tynecastle. If the offers come in, then we'll try it. And the deal with Murray's been cancelled, so that's not what we wanted here. Ah, shite. Absolute shite, man. I'll look at the player values. Suter, Shahum, Windass is valued at 5 million. Crazy. Look, let's see who's on the most wages. Obviously, we've got Dimitri Mitchell, but due to the fact that due to the fact that Tony Gallagher's been injured, we kind of do need to keep him now. I'm looking at other players that are perhaps not really justifying their wage. Don Cowie's on $2,000 a week, man. He's not even playing. That's ridiculous. I think Don Cowie's definitely going to be leaving the club. Maybe he could even leave the club now. I know he's the vice captain. I don't really want to get rid of him. We're playing well at the moment. The dressing room atmosphere's doing great. But he's just not worth 2k a week, is he? Especially when he's not playing any games. Ross Callaghan, this is the guy that we're trying to get rid of. Let's see if we can finally make the move happen here. We're going to offer him to clubs. Screw it, we'll offer him for 10k. And they're getting a bargain at 10k. And we'll do the same for Michael Smith. Offer to clubs for 10k. Try and get rid of these two players. Try and free up the wage bill a bit. They're definitely getting good deals here. Whoever come in and sign those guys are, they're doing well from that. So hopefully we get some offers. But you never know, man. The way this thing's going, it just seems unbelievable how some clubs are asking for so fucking much money. I don't get it. Rangers have beat Hibs. Don't know if that was the game that previously happened or if it's a new game there. Barton have come in, offered 7. Oh my god, it's non-negotiable. So it's 8k. 8k they've offered for Michael Smith. Do we accept it? Or do we not? It kind of depends how long Keown's going to be injured for, doesn't it? Because Keown is injured, so if he's going to be injured for a decent amount of time, then probably Smith's going absolutely nowhere. It's all going to depend on 2 to 4 weeks. I think we might have to keep Michael Smith. Who else have we got at right back, if you think about it? Probably nobody. John Souttar can play there, but it's not his favourite position. Plus, with Aaron Hughes out, we kind of need John Souttar in the midfield. I don't know. I think Michael Smith is going to be staying now to the end of this. Yeah, Ross Gallagher we can definitely afford to let go, but I don't know if we can afford to let go. What's his face with that injury to Keown? So I think we'll have to let it go out. I mean, it's not an ideal situation we're in at the moment. Got some no offers for Callaghan, which kind of sucks. Leeds have I don't want Connor Wickham. I don't know why they thought that. I've got no interest in discussing Nowak's potential moves at the moment. Again, we're just waiting here to see if any of the right bids come in. We can't really bid until we can't really look for any future possible transfers until we get some players out at the moment. Just the way it is with the wage budget, which kind of sucks. We kind of do really need a centre-back to come into the club at the moment. I'd say we're all defensively, yeah, just with injuries have picked up and the fact that we do have a few players that are leaving, a few players that are just getting up there in age that are not really featuring as much. So that's probably our weakest point, the defensive positions. Especially with Keown and Tony Gallagher being out, two of our starters, you know what I mean, the starting left back and starting right back. It's just not what we wanted. I guess we could look at bringing in a couple of loan players. That could be an option. Might even try and bring in a loan right back, to be honest, because I don't think we want to be having to play Michael Smith as our starting right back. I just don't think he's up there. And for a team that's going for the title, he's just not there, is he? I mean, you wouldn't see Michael Smith starting for Celtic and they're going for the title, so we're trying to compete for the title here. Michael Smith shouldn't really be, starting for us. We'll see if Leeds have finalised the Connor Wickham deal. And right, we're gonna see now what transfers are available. Scott Bain, decent keeper, but just not somebody that we need at the moment. Player search, loan. Let's see who's available at loan. Edit search. I think this is what's this currently looking at? Contract expiring. No, we don't need that. We don't need any of this actually. How do you just clear? Okay. So who's listed for loan? We'll go to value and we'll go to right back. How do you search right? But bear with me, guys. Role, position. Position. So it'll be right back. What the fuck? How do I select one? No, clear. I just want one. Right, so right back, and see if we can find somebody. Maybe also look for a defensive centre back as well, perhaps, since we're kind of running low on them. Right, we could do that, but we'll go through the top valued guys, and then we'll go down. So these are all people that are on loan. They're loan listed. They've got Martin Kelly, who we could try and get on loan. To be honest, let's have a look at Martin Kelly. Valued at 1.4 million. He's on 18 grand a week. I wonder what kind of wages they'd be willing to pay. Let's see here. Crystal Palace. Oh my god, they would require 100%, and we just cannot afford that. We can only afford 20, so that's a bummer for us. Right, we'll keep going down. There must be somebody else. There must be other players here that we like the looks of. Anya can play it right back. So 28 grand a week though. I highlight out Connor Randall. Did we not have him last year? We had him last year on loan. It is somebody we could try and bring in. We'll have a quick look just to see here. What is he like in comparison to the rest of ours? So he is better than Michael Smith. Obviously he's not as good as Keown, who's not there for some reason. It depends what we're playing. Why is because Keown's injured, so he would be actually a better option than Mike. I think we're going to try and get Connor Randall, and we had him in last year. Let's see if we can get him in again this year for another 6 months. Or we could try and sign him. That's interesting. But do I really want to waste 210k on a guy that's going to be playing second fiddle to Keown? Probably not. So we'll bring him in. I want 6k a week though, that's the thing. No, there's no way, man. if I'm paying his wages, I think that's enough. They can just fucking settle for what they're getting. And let's see what they say. 2.5k. It's probably not worth negotiating over. I should just pay it, but I don't want to. Screw it. We'll make that offer. We're willing to pay his full wages, so it's up to them if they want to come back and agree or disagree. It's entirely up to them. I think we're offering them a pretty good deal, though. Christian Gamboa is loan listed for Celtic. I cannot believe they would give us him, though, due to we're competing against them in the league. They're not going to do that. We've got Mika Richards on 50k. There's just no chance that's happening. Keith Watson. Phil Bardsley, 22.5k. Never happening. The wages here for some of these teams are absolutely, again, Lee Hodson, Rangers player, they're just not going to give us them because we're competing against them for the league, so chances of getting those players is next to nothing. And I don't really see any other options here, really. But with that, I think Connor Randall deal might actually happen, though, so I'm optimistic. I don't see why they wouldn't. He's getting no game time at Liverpool, and we're willing to pay his wages, so it's really not a loss, is it? And, well, there's me talking shit because the loan deal's been rejected. For whatever reason. I cannot believe that. Right, well, what can be recalled? Well, what else could we offer them? Yeah, they think it's unacceptable. I don't really know what else I can do then. Fuck me. What can we do here? We need to... Or we just... Fuck it, we'll just have faith in Michael Smith. Screw it. I mean, if we don't get Connor Randall in, maybe Michael Smith can step up and show us that, you know, he belongs there. Plus, Keown's going to be out for like a month at most, so it's probably not... I mean, it's not like it's not like he's going to be out for the rest of the season. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, man, this game's taking fucking ages to load, so I'm assuming there's a shitload of transfers happening at the moment. It's the only thing that would explain this, I think. Fuck me. Like, really? I am pausing this, man. Screw this shit. Alright guys, I just decided to skip there to the end of the transfer deadline day. It was taking absolutely ages to load, man. It was doing my head in, so I thought, fuck it, right, we'll just, you know, stop recording and we'll let it play it to the end. And unfortunately, we didn't get anyone else in. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to be a massive problem. As long as we don't get any more injuries, then it might become an issue. But we can always, you know, move some people up from the under-21 team. So I guess it's not a massive deal. But if you look at the major transfers around the Scottish Premiership, you see there's actually nobody came in that cost for money. The top three transfers were all frees. And the best deal was probably that Jack Robinson to Hibernian on a free, who obviously cost nothing. He was on a free, so he's valued at 1.7 though, which is good. But yeah, I mean, if you look at all the top transfer fees, absolutely nothing happened. Nobody even left for money, nobody came in for money, so can't really explain that. I don't know why it was so quiet. Nobody even left for money, so just a very, very strange transfer window. But then again, not a lot of stuff seems to happen in January. It's always at the end of the year, so you know what? We won't worry about it. We'll just move on and try and obviously keep our team fit and injury-free. And we've just won the January Manager of the Month award. We had 3 matches and we won every one, so we did well there. Derek McKinn's coming in second place and Brendan Rodgers coming in third. So we all had a 100% win record. For some reason, they decided that we were the better team though out of these 3. So far so good. We will move on now. We've got Partick Thistle up next. And then it's that massive game that we're back for against Celtic. Will we have any of our players back for that? I do hope so. We currently see who's currently injured. So we've got Hughes. He'll definitely be out. Keown is probably going to be out too. Harry Cochrane will be missing it as well. Tony Gallagher is the only player here that has a chance of making that Celtic game. I don't think it'll be happening, but he might make it. If not, Dimitri Mitchell has been good in left back as well. So we've not really got a lot to worry about. Although the right back position with Niall Keown being injured, I'll be honest, that does panic me a little bit. We tried to bring in, you know, Connor Randall, just wasn't happening. So we'll see what happens. We'll just hope for the best, and if we can stay in front, keep putting the pressure on Celtic, hopefully they slip up. But that's going to do it, guys. As we leave this episode, 3 points in front of everyone else at the top of the table. Things are looking good, but you know, that could easily change. We've got 15 games remaining. Can we hold on and try and get what would be an absolutely incredible Scottish Premiership title? It's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, but we can do it. I've got faith. Until next time, guys. Peace.